How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and oh man, last time I built this whole thing up. Well, tore down the house, moved in, and all is good now. So I added a little bit of stuff here. Actually put these lecterns sort of as a corner thing, as a decoration. Have these working as the doors. Kind of works. I didn't want too much room up here, so this looks kind of funky. I don't know if I like it or not, but I guess it works for now. The vines are really kind of getting all over the place, though, but that's just fine. Okay, so we've got some stuff in here, let me tell you. I've been moving things in and getting it all sorted. So first of all, look at all these barrels. I'm like, oh, you know what? I could put barrels on this wall. So I did. And then I started thinking, hey, you know what? I can put chests and stuff here. So I have all sorts of iron chests lining the sides of these. And I have little signs on there that kind of say what's inside, which is pretty neat. It took forever to get all this sorted, though. Oh, and I also have project tables over here on the other side. Now, the neat thing about these signs is, even just from a design standpoint, I like how they make the dark wood of the spruce and the oak wood of the sign kind of stands out nice. It looks cool. I like that. I could also use these things called item frames. And, you know, they're made with 8 sticks surrounding leather. You can put an item in there to kind of show what it is. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make one really quick, just so you kind of know what's going on. Because that'd be a cool thing, just to show you. Okay, wasn't planning on doing this, so just bear with me. Ooh, I made too many sticks. Darn it, so used to using the normal tables. Oh, well, I'll put these sticks in here. Can always use them for something. Yeah, usually I'd shift-click to bring something from the inventory, or, you know, from the output of a crafting table in, but if you do that in a project table, doesn't quite work so well. Okay, so let's just take one leather. I'm not going to make a whole ton of these. I just wanted to kind of show you how they look, how they function. Okay, so like for instance, this pipes and engines. If we chop that down and put that there instead, that actually looks kind of cool. See, like we could put maybe like an iron pipe or something. Just right click it. Shows there. It's kind of, I don't know. I mean, it's neat. I guess like if you're looking at it at a glance, it's somewhat easy to tell what's inside. I bet you a few of those would look pretty cool. I don't know. I like the signs. I don't really want to have to use up all my leather for that, so I don't know. Let me know what you think, guys. I mean, I'd actually kind of like to hear that. Because, you know, I kind of like having the things on signs because they're easier to read and write and stuff. Alright, so this is just pipes and engines. Right, so got all this set up. Really cool. Put my coke oven over here and got this stinking barrel with all this creosote. Also set up a whole bunch of machines over here. Now I just have 2 steam engines at the moment. I made a second one because it was working fairly well. I have all these hoppers. They're pulverizing some tin for me. Pretty much the same setup as it was back in the base. I did go ahead and make this thing called coal dust. Now, to make coal dust, all you need to do is pulverize it. However, it has so many neat uses. You can turn coal dust into, let's see, where is it? Did I miss it? Oh, there it is. You take 4 coal dust, and that turns into 1 raw carbon fiber. And then with this raw carbon fiber, 2 of those equal 1 raw carbon mesh. So basically 8 coal turns into this. This you can put into the compressor to turn into a carbon plate. And you'll use this in a lot of mid-game and even late-game industrial craft stuff. For instance, well, what's a cool thing? Oh, you need that for a hybrid solar panel down the road. But something more immediately useful is, oh, you need it for these advanced machine blocks, and those are important later on. But early game, not early game, but right when you're starting the mid-game step, you can take carbon plates and surround them around these energy crystals to make nanosuit armor. And it has the protection of, I think, diamond or so. But unlike normal armor where you have to recharge it, or not recharge it, but it has like durability and stuff, this you just recharge, which is really cool. An energy crystal is just 1 diamond surrounded by 8 redstone. Or you can use a ruby surrounded by 8 redstone, which is super cool. You can also use that for other stuff, and you can make an advanced jetpack now and attach that to the chest plate, which I'm going to do sometime. But anyway, that's one of the things I would like to do at some point. Along this wall, I have a whole ton of let's build project tables, and these have all the materials we need for building stuff. I just wanted to show you some of the other things I was working on. There's this, which is Invar. How on earth do you make this Invar ingot? Well, the way I made it, in fact, it's really simple. You just take nickel dust, which you get from, I'll put it over here, I guess. You just take nickel dust and iron dust. And this is one way to make it. It's the way I prefer to do it, since I do a lot of pulverizing. 2 iron dust, 1 nickel dust gets you 3 Invar dust. This stuff is used in a variety of things, but mostly for things like thermal stuff, like thermal generators, which generate EU based off of lava. Actually, it starts with geothermal, and then you can upgrade them to thermal. You also need this to make this induction smelter, which is pretty useful, actually, if I recall correctly. I might want to make one of those. See, this magmatic engine, that generates MJ off of lava. But pretty simple recipe. Just need a lot of that Invar stuff. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, I don't know why I'd want to do that recipe. That's silly. Oh, you need this plate bending machine in order to turn it into an Invar plate. This is one of the things that Greg Tech added. And you can actually use this stuff to make those mixed metal ingots, but you're also going to need them to make this chemical reactor, which I don't have a clue what it does. This alloy smelter, which you could use. But really the main things you'll want, actually here the gas turbine isn't that great. It's this thermal generator. You upgrade to it. And that is just a geothermal generator, kind of upgraded with some of these plates. So mostly useful for like magmatic engines and stuff. Maybe if we do a lot of lava stuff, we'll deal with that. Anyway, I think I've probably prattled on long enough. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, I want to make that plate bending machine. That's actually pretty simple to make. In fact, let's just go ahead and start with that. I went ahead and built everything we needed for it. This is all stuff we've already built. It's just, I mean, it's kind of expensive. 4 pistons, 2 compressors, and 2 circuits. And each of these compressors has a circuit built in, and machine blocks. So, not exactly the cheapest thing in the world. And then we also need a conveyor belt module in the middle. So that's this thing right here. It's 3 glass, 3 refined iron, 2 electronic circuits, and a battery. Yeah. So I'm just going to make a plan for it, because you do use these things in a few different recipes. So we're just going to do that. I don't feel the need to make a plan for this right now. No need. It's fine. So, plate bending machine. Cool. In fact, you know what? Let me take a stack of this. There we go. What else are we going to need? We're probably going to need some other plates, too. I know I'll need some refined iron plates. Really ought to cook up some more of that. Hold on a second. I want to make sure this is all going. Like, I had these pipes blow up on me, right? See, I'm hiding everything kind of back here. It's not the greatest setup in the world, but it gets the job done. But every now and then, if my pulverizer runs out of things to do, the electricity builds up in the pipes and they blow up. And that brings me to another project I want to work on that'll give us something more efficient to use instead of those old things. I'll show you in a sec. In fact, you know what? I'm going to show you right now, just so I don't forget. I might not build it right now, but it's this liquid transposer and magma crucible. That lets you make things that you can like melt redstone down, essentially, and then put it in these pipe stuff called redstone energy conduits, which don't blow up. And they're really the way to go. You really want to move away from those nasty golden conductive tubes as soon as you can, or conductive pipes, as soon as you can. Alright, so we got that plate bending machine. And let me tell you a sad story. So you know that wrench I had, not this one, not the iron wrench, but the bronze wrench? Well, used it on my old compressor here, and yeah, it just kind of turned into a machine block, like I told you. It can break. Kind of stinks. Really does. This is going to be slightly weirdly placed. In order to prevent power loss, these copper cables, if they extend more than 4 blocks, it takes away some of their power. So ideally, you want to keep them just 4 blocks for right now. So I'm just going to set this here. It looks kind of like a mess for right now, but that's fine. I just want to see this thing in action. So it does have power. I think all you need to do is just slap it on there. And it'll turn them into refined iron plates. Cool. Now, there are 3 buttons here. I haven't played around with these too much, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure this one here allows it to pass energy along to other machines. So I could actually probably put this any number of places, and it would pass the energy along to it. Maybe I could put something here and it'd pass it along. I don't know. This allows it to actually move the items into a chest nearby. So with this, in fact, I'll just take this away for a moment. Let's try it with these Invar. I think as long as that's active, it will then try to... I don't think it does it instantly. Whoa! That lightning. Huh. And I don't remember what this one does, to be honest. Maybe it treats them as separate stacks? I really don't know. You know, I haven't played around with these new machines as much. I know Greg Tech introduced a lot of these kind of machines with this stuff. So let me know in the comments. Apparently, maybe it needs like a gate or something in order to extract out of it. Although I guess that wouldn't really make sense. Maybe it has to push to a machine? I don't know. Doesn't seem to be putting anything in that chest, though. Well, that's fine. It's no big deal. But anyway, we have our plate bending machine. That's pretty cool. So, let's go ahead. It's raining out now, isn't it? Well, gosh darn it. Let me just turn that off. There. I love that trick. That's so nice. Just gets rid of the sound. Okay, so... got that done. In fact, you know what? I feel so accomplished with that. That's just great. So, we're going to make something else cool because we have all these barrels, and I was trying to decide which one I want to go to because I got all this stuff I want to make, right? But I want to make something we haven't really made before, something I haven't made before. It's this dark iron stuff. So you might have noticed when I was over here at my compressor, I made these blocks of iron, right? Now we're going to need these in order to change them into dark iron. In order to do that, apparently we need this thing called a Wrath Igniter. So we first need to make this Craftpacket Stamper thing. 4 cobblestone, 3 iron in the middle, a piston on top, and a crafting table on the bottom. That makes this bad boy. Alright, what do we do with this? I'm just going to set it right... actually, this is actually a slab, so I'm going to set it right here. Okay. This looks fun. This looks very fun. So what we need is, we need, it's a Diamond Shard. Now, I remember there's a way to get that. I think you need TNT. Oh man, yeah. Let me go get some of that. Let's make some TNT. So we just need some sand. I think we need 4 TNT. Let's get some hostile mob drops. Should be enough. Alright, let's see. You know what? I'm just going to look it up. Or just press this. Oh, there's no circle. That stinks. I wanted it to do it automatically for me. Okay. Got the TNT. Now, there was something else we needed. I know we need a diamond. There we go. Oh, we need a block of diamond. Jeez. 4 obsidian, 4 TNT, and a block of diamond makes this craft packet. I don't know what I feel about that. Okay, well, we're going to need some more diamonds then. Alright, compressor. take 9 diamonds here. Slowly compress them. And how are we doing here? Oh, so see, we're like starting to run out of steam. This guy's going to be cooking up some stuff, but I have this here, not just to signal that it's on, but because I need to pass power to the steam engine. It needs redstone in order to function. Both of these do. And as long as I have the lever there, it'll power both of them. I'm going to leave them unpowered for now. Even if this job doesn't get done, it's good enough. Okay, do we have our block? Yes, we do. So let's go ahead and make that Craftpacket thing. Oh, we're going to need some obsidian. I put that over here. Let's see. Craftpacket. I think it was like this. Yes, it was. Oh, man. Okay, well, let's see what happens. Whoa, my goodness. Everything okay? I don't think that was the pipe blowing up. I think, like, lightning hit it or something. That's kind of crazy. Well, anyway, I got these 18 Diamond Shards. Cool! These don't have a lot of uses, but you do need these to make this thing called the Wrath Igniter. You can also make this Diamond Cutting Head, which I guess you put inside of some kind of angular saw or this grinder thing. And that's using factorization, I'm pretty sure. So, I don't know. May or may not be your cup of tea. It can actually triple your ore output, but it takes about 20 minutes in real-world game time in order to do so. So I just typically prefer the pulverizer method. Alright, so we have that, and actually all we need then is just 1 nether brick. And then that. And that'll get us a Wrath Igniter. Now these have very limited uses. I mean, durability. So you can't go crazy with them. They also do a lot of damage to the surrounding terrain. So I could totally mess things up. I'm going to go find somewhere a little out of the way. Ooh, eggs. A little out of the way, because I think this thing will evaporate all water nearby. I think it'll set everything on fire. It'll turn dirt to... I mean, I don't know. I actually have never done this before. So we're going to find out together. Unless you already know, of course. Then you're going to see my reaction. Okay, well, this is kind of a neat little island here. It's nothing too fancy. It's not too far away. Ooh, there's an oil spout. Nifty. Maybe if I want to pump some oil, I could do that. Although, actually, I've been doing some exploring, and I found some good oil spots. So if we're going to do that, we'll do it somewhere nicer. Okay, now, the nice thing about this Wrath Igniter is it does ignite all of your blocks of iron nearby into dark iron. So I'm just going to set down 9 of these. And I'm just going to cross my fingers. Let me put some sand up here. Here it has a range. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me. Alright, cross your fingers. Is that it? Oh, there we go. Now it's cooking it. Okay. Whoa, look at all that fire. Well, hey, that wasn't so bad. Here, I was thinking it was going to like light the whole place on fire. Huh. Alright, I got to try it again now. Let's just see. Shouldn't use up your charges like this. I think it only has like 4 or 5 charges. But I have enough to do what I need. Oh, man, what's going on? Oh, look at it go now! Oh, man! I'm going to grab this dark iron really quick. Ooh! Oh, that's hot. That's hot. That's hot. Oh, man, it really did scorch it. That's so cool. Look at that go! Oh, man. Okay, gotta say, that's pretty cool, actually. In fact, you know what? I wonder, where did those particles go? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Much cooler now. Oh, man! Wow. Sorry, island. Oh, that is pretty cool. Now, I wonder if it works on the water. Here, we'll use this little lake as an example. I'm gonna unleash my wrath. It doesn't seem to let me click the water directly. I don't think that triggered it. Alright, is that gonna do anything? Don't know if it lives up to my wildest hopes and dreams, but it's kind of cool still. That didn't do anything. Oh, wow! Look at it go! Wait, it's turning it to glass. So maybe it just affects the type of block that you're hitting. Huh. So I wonder if I hit the sand here, if it's going to affect the grass. We're going to find out. Looks like it turns the sand into glass pretty well. Whoa! But it doesn't look like it's affecting the grass. Man, someone's going to come over here someday and be like, what's up with all this glass? Yeah, it's not spreading over here. Wild. That's pretty cool, actually. Okay, so I got my 9 dark iron. That's just great. That is just great. Alright, you know what? I'm going to head right on. Oh, look. Yeah, it's spreading to the glass, or the grass, alright. Sort of. Sort of. Huh. Neat. Alright, I'm going to go back to the base, and I'm going to show you one other thing you can do with this that I've read about. Okay, I'm back at the base, and apparently you can make this little thing. I'm not going to keep it here by any means, but if you make a 9 or 3 by 3, so 9 on the bottom, and then apparently you make it hollow like this, and then close it off at the top. So sort of like a coke oven. But then I think you can light it up there. I don't know if it kind of keeps burning or what, but I think if you then put a block of dark iron there, it cooks it. Cool. So if you only want to cook a little bit of it at a time... Oh, no, I burnt it, darn it. Huh. Well, apparently there are like some systems or something that let you do this. I was watching one of Direwolf 20's. Oh, see, that's just too wasteful. Direwolf 20 had a cool video showing this. He used some blocks, like a block breaker that would break the block and some other stuff. I don't really want to deal with that, to be honest. I don't think I'm going to need a ton of this stuff. So I'm just going to set up one more little thing. Okay, well, oops. There we go. Alright, nice. Nice, that was pretty fun. Okay, so now that we have these blocks, what on earth do we do with them? Well, they do look pretty cool as a decorative block, but what we really want to do is turn them into the ingots. You just craft them into 4 of these dark iron ingots. Ta-da! Now we have a pretty good amount. The downside is it costs you 9 iron to get 4 dark iron, but it's not that bad. Okay, so we got to build a router. Now I just put lead ingots in here for right now because they do look kind of similar. To make a router, you just need an Eye of Ender and an Ender Pearl. It doesn't matter which side these are on as long as they're like that. And then an egg in the middle, and then 6 dark iron, 3 on top, 3 on the bottom, and that makes this router. Cool! Okay, so a router is a really interesting device. Again, I've never played with these before, so I'm going to be kind of curious to see what they're all about. We'll have it kind of hover here right now. That looks cool. Okay, so by default, it has the option to insert or extract, and it this basically tells it where it's going to put things. I'm going to go get a barrel really quick, because this is one of the things it works really nicely with. It can work with barrels, it can work with chests. Let me get a chest. Pretty sure I have some. I really don't. Oh, man. No big deal. Alright, let's make a chest. Okay, so we're going to put this right there. Now, there's also these different colors on it. I think that makes a difference somehow. I think it's a direction. But anyway, so let's say insert into... You can click these, and it tells it which side to do. Oh, the colors. Into south side, so if we wanted south, this way is south, because see, it's like green. Cool. North sides. Probably be there. And that's also north sides, not north. So, or you can just do anywhere or a specific slot for some things that have multiple stuff. I don't know. Pretty cool. You can also have it extract. So let's just play with it. Let's put this egg into the bottom sides. Oh, so it's putting it over there evenly. Alright, and the reason, see, it tries to split them up. That seems about right. It will distribute it to anything that's connected to it. So I could put another barrel right over here, and it's still considered connected. So for instance, if I were to put in, let's just put in this iron dust. Look. See, it's automatically putting it in. And evenly at that. That's so cool. And these are all considered connected to it. I love this thing. Alright, so into the south sides. Wonder what that means. I think it'll still put it in each and every one of these, because it's connected. Or not. That's right, because for a barrel, you have to connect it to one. The chest, it doesn't matter which side you put something into in a chest, because it'll accept it from any side. A barrel should ideally have everything going in to the top side for the most efficiency. So if you have like pipes and stuff, like I have over in my tree farm, you should really have all the pipes hooked up to the top of the barrel in order to get in there properly. In fact, with routers, I could probably redo a lot of this, get rid of those pipes altogether, just send everything into the router. That's the hope. Very cool. So to have this set up, let's just say into top sides. Cool. And splits it up. I love this. Nice. Okay. Well, that's fun. But now, what happens if we do extract? Pulls them all out from the top sides. That's nifty. Okay, so have an interesting one here. Let's see if we can insert into the top sides, but if it can be from this chest. So if I put anything in this chest, it doesn't insert it right away. Okay. So, I think what you can do is make another router. I have the stuff for that. Alright, so I went ahead and built another router, and I have an idea here. Let's go ahead and put that one there, and put this chest here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to extract from the chest, and have it then, see if it'll pick it up into this one, since it's connected. It might not work, and since these are all connected, it might try to count this chest as something different. Now this isn't playing around with, there's some upgrades you can actually do to these, and I'll check those out in a moment. There's an item filter, machine filter, speed boost, thoroughness, bandwidth, and ejector. That's pretty cool. But we'll check those out in a second. They might help us with this. Alright, so let's put that right here. We go. So it's extracting, and then they're here. But it doesn't seem to want to take them from here. And you know what? That's because this needs something called an ejector. That's this router upgrade here. That's right. So 4 dark iron. Oh, this is pretty easy to make. Let me go make that really quick. Alright, all set. Got this ejector. So let's make a plan for it, because I might make some more of these. Pretty simple to make. Alright, now how do we get this thing in there? If you right click it, it's not going to do anything. What you need to do is you have to hold shift in and right click it. And that'll attach it to it. Then there'll be this little button here if there's upgrades. You can press those to cycle through them. Also, while you're hovering over this, down at the bottom, right beneath it'll show up right here. Press delete to remove this upgrade. You can do that and it will take the upgrade out of it. Kind of nice if you want to get something back. Alright, so I think this extract, actually that doesn't matter. That's extracting from this chest. So we need to eject it to one of these sides. Up to the east. And that sent it here. But it sent it back to the chest because it's connected. Right, so what on earth do we do about that? Well, I say we go make another add-on, and this is called a machine filter. This will basically make it so it will only interact with certain machines or certain items or objects or stuff. So, we need the ejector on this one, which is the one that's going to take stuff from the chest. And again, if we go back to here, we extract from, well, it doesn't matter. It's probably in an endless loop right now. Okay, no big deal. Let's go ahead and make this next upgrade, which is the machine filter. Ooh, this looks far more complicated. Okay, so in looking at it, we need this thing called a logic matrix programmer, and we need this thing called a logic matrix. And that makes this logic matrix identifier. In order to get this, we need this crystallizer, and we need like a whole ton of stuff. We need an Inverium drop, we need it to be powered by some stuff. I don't know, that is just a bit above where I'm at right now. So I think we're going to have to hold on that machine filter for a little bit, which is really a shame. But we might be able to work out a cool solution. Okay, so another thing is we can make, hopefully we can make, this bandwidth upgrade. So that takes an egg, 4 blaze powder, and then 4 dark iron ingots. So let me go get some blaze powder. And the most efficient, oops, well, I do need an egg, except for the fact that I have eggs. The most efficient way to break blaze powders is actually by, or blaze rods, is by using like a pulverizer, I think. But I don't care. There's a blaze farm set up at spawn. It's really no big deal. Realistically, I'd probably start by getting the blaze thing going. But we already have that. So let's go ahead and put that in here. I think it was like so. And then 1 egg in the middle. Cool. Now what on earth does this thing do? This allows it to move multiple stacks at a time. So for instance, let's actually take this one apart. Guess we'll, is there anything on that? There we go. Alright, let's take this apart. And let's just put things in here. So if we put the iron dust in, see, it just moves 1 there. It moves the full stack at a time. So I don't know if a hopper will work, but let's try it out since I have this tower of hoppers. Alright, let me get a few stacks of cobblestone. I said cobblestone, yo! Alright. Oh, but you know what? It's only pulling in so many at a time. So that's right. It would need to be attached to a chest. Okay, so this is pretty cool. I think I got it. I don't know if it's totally figured out, but I did figure out a workaround. So I gave this one the bandwidth upgrade as well as the ejector upgrade. And I'm having it eject to north, which is this way. So it's ejecting it into this router. And then this router is inserting it into the top sides right here. So, oh, we don't need this hopper either. So, oh, also, this is extracting from the south sides. So it's extracting from here. I think just having it on the same plane was probably what was messing it up initially. So how it works is boom, 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 boom. And just like that. Stack, 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 stack. So cool. One of these other upgrades is called thoroughness. And we need some soul sand and some dark iron ingots for that. I don't know if I need an example of that. Basically how that's intended to work is instead of, well, actually, you know what? I'll show you. Why not? It's worth it. Let's get some soul sand really quick. It's all in the name of science, after all. Alright, we're going to make... I've been making plans for this stuff, too, just in case. Alright. Thoroughness. Now, I think what we'll do is we'll put this on any that's trying to insert into places. So we don't need it from anything extracting from chests, but anything that we'll insert in. So this always finishes serving machines. Humans don't get to finish serving. It's the machines who always get to finish. Wait, what? I don't know. Alright, so you saw how it evenly distributes them, right? Well, let's start this process over. Let's go ahead and put all this stuff in. Oops. Oh, man, it took my steak. Darn it. I don't know if the steak messed it up, actually. It's no problem. You know what? I'm going to put everything in here for right now, except for my cobblestone. That way I can put it all into the chest at the same time. And we'll get to see how thoroughness works, hopefully. So I'm going to hold space in and click, and did not work. And I don't know why it's not working, but I guess that's fine. It might have to do with the fact it's sending in to something. Like if this was connected to something else, trying to eject, I really don't know. I also heard that it might be like not broken, but like kinda, so I don't know. I don't know, but that's what it's intended to do. So basically it would make sure everything is inside of one before going into empty barrels. I'm probably just doing it wrong. It's no big deal. It's not really one of those ones I intend on using too often. And then speed boost, again, not really something I want to bother with. That just makes it go so much faster. We're probably not even going to notice that inside of this demonstration, just because I'm not running like a quarry or anything in the background where it's processing a ton of items. This is mostly just so I'll have a drop box set up so I can put my items in, and the router will automatically put them into these barrels. So I need to find something to do with these empty slots, because otherwise it's going to try hook them up. Alright, but you know what? I'm going to play around with that a little bit, and we'll see if we can get it in action. Okay, so I just went ahead and kind of broke this up a little bit, simply because I'm going to need to get behind here, and I also don't want all this stuff touching right now. Ideally, I want to have everything set up so, you know, it's all full. I know exactly what's going into each slot. Right now, that's not happening. So let's go ahead and take, let's see, we need a chest to drop things in. In fact, you know what? There's something so much better. I really should make this. It's an ender chest, and it's so easy to make. Why am I not doing this? You know what? I'll make it in a sec. This is something I need to make this episode. If it's something I need to make this episode, I will show you this in a second. This needs to happen. Ender chests are like the coolest thing in this, okay? So, need some blaze rods, need some ender pearls, and need some wool. Where did I put wool? Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, now if you have color wool, that can also help. And if you have things that can dye stuff, that's also very helpful. So, to make an ender chest, all you need to do is take, I think it's some wool on top, 4 blaze rods, an ender pearl in the middle there, obsidian, and a chest. And Oh, there we go. All right, the chest in the middle, ender pearl on the bottom. There we go. And that makes an ender chest. So cool. I know it looks kind of fancy, but what does it do, huh? Well, let's go ahead and set this thing up. I'll just set it right here, just for right now. So, it's a chest. Cool. Put stuff in it, and it does stuff. Nice. Doesn't store a lot, but it stores a little bit. Where it really becomes powerful, is when you make a second one. And I'm going to need one more chest for this. Actually found I had 4 chests just chilling in the pistons thing. So, actually, let me go ahead and let's make a plan for that here. Alright, chest in the middle. Boom, 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 boom. Wool on top. What else did I need? The obsidian on the side, and then I'm going to need one more ender pearl. That's a shame. Let's go all the way over here to get it. There we go. I'll make 2. Probably gonna need them. Chests. There we go. Better make a plan for it, just in case. Make a lot of these. Alright, so we have a second ender chest. Alright, so this one's there, but what we're going to do is we're going to put this one here. They both open. It doesn't matter which one I open, it all has the same stuff in it. Well, if you've played vanilla, that should be very familiar to you, right? I mean, that's the ender chest you know. But where these ender chests get really cool is if you dye them different colors. So, for instance, I've got some, let's see. I got plenty of cacti. Let's go ahead and use that. Yeah, actually, this'll, I think the dye is what we need. Alright, so, see these 3 little buttons here? Well, if you right-click on them, when you're holding some form of dye, you'll actually color that slot. And you can basically input any 3 colors you want here. See, this one is green, white, white. Well, now they're not linked because they're different colors. Whoa. Or we can click that, and now they're linked again. There are, I think it's 4,096 different combinations here. So you really want to find a combination that fits you very well. If you're on a server, it's also really important that you find a good kind of, you know, a combination no one else is using, because in theory they could kind of sneak in and get your stuff. Either on purpose or accidentally, too. You don't know if it's hooked up to like some kind of a mob spawner or something. Then all of a sudden, boom. Okay, so we're going to have this green, red, and yellow. Just because, why not? Alright, so see, now they're all linked up. Wait, how'd that router get in there? That's weird. Oh well. Alright. Those are just the coolest things ever, right? Well, it gets so much cooler because you know what? You can make this thing called an ender pouch. It requires 3 leather, an ender pearl, wool, and then 4 blaze powder. I left the blaze powder over here. So I'm going to take 4. And got 1 ender pearl. Gonna need 3 leather. This thing's awesome. Passive. What else do we need for that? Oh yeah, some wool, which I think I put away or put in the spawner or something. I don't even know. We're gonna take 1 more plant as well, because these are not quite as useful as the chest, but still extremely useful. That'd be right here. Okay, so ender pearl. Oops, not the blaze rods. 4 of those. Wool, and then 3 leather. Is that right? Other way? Yeah, other way. Ta-da! That makes an ender pouch. Now how this works is this actually connects up to the ender chest with the same things in it. And you know what? That's right. My ender pearls are gone because I left them in that one, you know, the white ender chest. However, if you want to have this linked up to your ender chests, you just hold shift and then right click it. And the ender pouch will take on the colors of that chest. So I can step back over here, right click, open up both of the chests, put something in, and then walk away. And when I look inside here, it's in. So this is so useful. It works across dimensions, works pretty much anywhere, which is just awesome. So ideally, I'll have an ender chest set up to the router so I can put things in it directly then, and it'll just go to right where it needs to go. How cool is that? Oh man, so cool. So let's break this thing. Oh, and I think... No, I'm mistaken. I think there might be something you can do that lock. I don't remember for sure. But we want to use this ender chest with that router setup. So let's go ahead and find a spot to put it. I think I could probably... Well, I'll play around and I'll see what we can do. So hang tight for a sec. Uh-oh! Yeah, this isn't quite working right. Okay, well, that was pretty effective, actually. So, what I just did, I went ahead and took out... Actually, let me show you the setup behind the scenes. So, I just put a barrel here for right now. The reason is, for this configuration, I wanted it to be as low profile as possible. So, if I put a router right here, I don't know, it just kind of looks like there's more to it. So, it needs to be connected to something, and preferably the same thing. So you can do that by just connecting a barrel or whatever and having it kind of hooked up to the same thing. So I just put something I'm never going to put in that chest in here, like an ender pearl, or preferably find something else, but that'll let you connect to them all. So they both have the bandwidth upgrade. This one here has the ejector upgrade, and it's ejecting to east. So it's ejecting to the yellow color, which is this way, meaning it's ejecting into this router. Where is it extracting from? Well, as you just saw, it had an issue because it was trying to extract from the top side or something like that. Do from a certain side, like from south sides or east or west sides or something. Basically, it doesn't really matter where. It has to be somewhere for this chest to extract to. Just don't do top or bottom, because then it'll try to extract everything from the barrels. At least if it's touching the router there. I don't know, that was how I got it to work for me. Then in this one, I also have the bandwidth, but that's it, actually. I don't need this thoroughness. And then I have it inserting into the top sides of all these barrels. So everything connected to this router, it's inserting it into the top side of whatever each of these items are. So that's how it's putting everything into the router. Now let's try it out. How this will work is I'm going to drop all of these gems up here down to just one stack. Okay, so it's easy to see when multiple stacks get added. Because I have bandwidth, it'll transfer multiple stacks at a time, which is so cool. Oops. Alright, shouldn't be an issue. Let's actually just see what happens there. I don't think anything bad will happen. Oh, I'm all full. Alright, that's no problem. Okay, so let's see. 33 sapphire, right? Boom, boom, boom. Put it in there. And it went to that top one first. Okay, that's no problem. Let me actually see if adding thoroughness would help at all. I'm not entirely sure if it will, but only one way to find out. Alright, it has thoroughness. Maybe in a real use case it'll work better. Oh no, what have I done? I think I just... Oh! I knew there was something you could do with this lock. Okay, so I think if you put a diamond on the lock... Wow, what are the odds of that happening? I think if you put a diamond on the lock right here, it makes it user protected. So only I can access this ender chest. And that's actually kind of cool. Yeah, I didn't really mean to do that. I wonder if it works if I take it with. Oh, darn it. Yeah. Huh. That's pretty cool. I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, well, let's see if that thoroughness thing works now. There we go. Now we got it working just fine. So, if I took out that, and now if I try to put the rubies in, no, it's still not working. Gah. Just when you thought you had it, huh? Oh well, it's no problem. Again, I'll be keeping most of this stuff stocked anyway. Blue. Alright, let's put all the stuff in here. Wait, why is it... Oh, because there's nothing I can do with that wall. Wait, what is going on now? Alright, something's not working. Huh. Well, I was just kind of freaking out for a little bit. I wonder something. So, see how that one has a diamond lock on it? Oh, cool. So they're actually treated now as separate chests. That's so cool. So if I use the ender pouch, it doesn't open the diamond locked one. Now if I were to shift click this, then it does connect to the diamond one. Okay, cool. I don't know how to remove the diamond. Oh, that's kind of funny. So I guess, I don't know. I'll just use that as my safe or something. Anyway, yeah, it looks like this is more or less working. It's not perfect by any means, but hopefully this gives you an idea of how these routers work. You can play around with them and just kind of see. I think that machine filter, what it basically does is it lets you choose a machine or a block, and you only affect things like that. So that can be useful in several situations. One thing you really don't want to do is hook up like a chest right next to these. Like I wouldn't want anything that could store any item, like an engine or something like that. I wouldn't want that touching any of these barrels connected. That's why I'm leaving this blank here for right now until I fill up all these barrels with what I want it to sort into them. But that is pretty darn cool, I have to say. I really like that. Anyway, I think that's actually great for today. Got a chance to show you some pretty cool stuff. So, I will see you in the next episode of Marriland's Hermitcraft Feed the Beast Adventure. See you next time, Wrath Igniters.